It's Tuesday, August 27th. Today's the day they announce the results for the second class architect subject exam. I can look up whether I failed or passed online. I nervously start up my browser.
ね、どう？合格してた？
Hold on, it's still loading. Oh, there it is. The page with the ID numbers of everyone who passed comes up. I look for my number. I found it! I found my number! I passed to the subject exam.
やったね！おめでとう！
My anxiety melts away and I celebrate with Touko. I was pretty sure I had done well, but I couldn't be completely comfortable until I got to see the actual result like this. Now I can focus on preparing for the drafting exam without any worries.
私の勉強を見るのも忘れないでよ。最近ようやく問題集が読めるようになってきたんだから。
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, speaking of which, did you apply for the exam yet? The deadline's soon, right?
うん、この前済ませてきた。一次選考タイプと迷ったけど、二次試験も受けられる基本タイプにしたよ。受験料もそんなに変わらなかったから。
Sounds good, and you might end up passing in the first stage anyway.
一発合格したら天才じゃない？もしかして私の方が才能あったりしてね。
You can say stuff like that after you passed the first stage. You'll never pass just on luck alone, even if it is a machine-graded exam.
はーい。それじゃあ先生の悔しそうな顔を見るために勉強頑張ろうかな。
The hell's with that motive? She really has been putting a lot of effort into studying lately. Is that seriously the reason why? It's Sunday, September 15th. Today's the day of my second exam. The drafting portion of trying to become qualified to be a second-class architect. I'm going then. I'll be done after today's exam, so I'll be able to focus on helping you with your studies after I get back.
うん、いってらっしゃい。帰ってきたらお疲れ様のお祝いしようね。
I've done everything I can. I need to make sure I pass, for Touko's sake too. I don't mind it just being the two of us celebrating me passing.
わかった。ケーキも用意しとくね。
She cheers me on with a smile. This smile gets me to do my best. Alright, I'm off.
あ、ちょっと待って。忘れ物だよ。
Huh? I've got my admission ticket, my proof of passing the subject exam, and my writing supplies. I don't need a lunch today either, so what did I...
おまじない。これでいつも通りだから合格間違いなしだよ。
A small kiss, just a brush of the lips. I guess I must have been a little anxious after all. I had forgotten about our usual send-off. Haha, I really can't fail now, can I?
頑張ってね。美味しいものたくさん作って待ってるから。
Thanks, I'll do my best. It's Wednesday, September 16th. It's the day after my second exam. The exam questions have been put up on the qualification exam homepage, which means we can score our answers. I've come to the Azuma architectural firm for the first time in a while to have teacher look over my answers from yesterday. How did I do? He lapsed into a thought after looking between the blueprint I drew out and the exam prompts. His eyes move rapidly from side to side, taking in the entirety of the design all the way down to specific measurements.
お前、この図面を引くのにどれくらい時間かかったんだ?
Let's see, about 4 hours. I used the hour I had left to check over my calculations to make sure I didn't make any errors.
そうか。なるほどな。
Things seem grim. I was pretty confident. Maybe I made some kind of huge mistake? Did I make some kind of mistake somewhere?
俺は試験官じゃないからな。絶対とは言えんが、一つだけお前にアドバイスをしてやろう。
What is it?
その気があるなら、今日から1級の試験勉強を始めろ。憎たらしいくらいに隙のない図面引きやがって、お 面白くないだろうが。
Wait, so does that mean you think I'll pass?
多分大丈夫だろう。名前の書き忘れでもない限りはな。
Really? Alright, thank God. Joy slowly seeps into me. I don't know for sure whether I've passed yet, but I think I can be confident now that I've gotten teacher's seal of approval. I feel the joy of finally being able to take the first step toward my dream after all those long days of studying. It's a small step, but I feel like my world's already gotten so much bigger all at once.
お前を採用するって話、真剣に考えないといかんな。あそこのデスクを片付けて、パソコンも一台用意して、結構な模様替えが必要だな。
I can clean it out, since it's the desk that I'll be using.
相変わらず働くのが好きだな、お前は。まだ決まったわけじゃないんだぞ。
Mr. Azuma established an absolute minimum for me to be hired at the Azuma architectural firm, to attain second-class architect qualifications before I graduated university. He said he would only want someone who could immediately be put to work right out of school. He said that to me right after I started university, which became the central focus for my university life.
いいか、資格なんてものは勉強すれば誰でも取れる。その上でちゃんと使える人材かどうか。お前も例外なく採用試験は受けてもらうからな。
That's fine, I'll pass for sure. Thank you very much. Alright, I wanted to talk to you about something involving Touko, would you mind? I call out to teacher as I start cleaning out the desk. I want to talk to him about Touko wanting to take the qualification exam to become an interior design coordinator.
相談？なんだ？トウコちゃんと喧嘩でもしたのか？
No, you see, Touko's been starting to prepare for taking an interior design coordinator exam for about 2 months now.
なんだそれは。トウコちゃん、旅行代理店に就職が決まったって言ってただろう。
She apparently declined the job offer. She said she wanted the pressure to pass.
それはまた無謀な話だな。あの試験は確か10月だったか。
Yes, I was going to try to teach her as much as I could, but there just isn't enough time.
そもそもどうしてそんな話になったんだ？興味を持つにしても今更だろう。
It's a bit embarrassing, but... And that's about the gist of it. I told him the main points of what I had discussed with Touko back then. I can't spot any emotion on his face other than exasperation.
お前、のろけ話がしたくて俺に相談してきたのか？
No, I didn't. This is a serious issue I'm worrying over. I was wondering if that was really okay.
何を悩む必要があるんだ。トウコちゃんの受験を支えてやるんだろ。これ以上俺に何を言えってんだ、お前よ。
Because she's clearly trying to follow after me, so I was wondering if she might be forcing herself for my sake.
無理？なんでそう思ってるんだ？
I think it might be better for her to find something else, something she actually wants to do. It's not like Touko originally had an interest in architecture. I feel like getting that qualification wouldn't be anything more than a burden to her if she found something she wanted to do more.
やってみなきゃわからんだろう。もしかしたらお前以上にこの業界にのめり込むかもしれんぞ。
No, I don't know about that, though she did say she's finally started to understand what I find interesting about it recently.
お前もトウコちゃんももう大人だ。誰に言われるでもなく、自分のことは自分で決めればいい。お前だってそうしてきただろう。
Yes.
トウコちゃんの気持ちを理解してやるのはお前の仕事だ。その上で支えてやるのか、違う方向へ向けてやるのか、しっかり考えて決めればいい。俺からアドバイスをするなら、そうだな。女はお前が思ってる以上にしたたかだ。甘く見ていると痛い目に遭うぞ。
Are you speaking from personal experience?
まあな。女を甘く見てると本当にいいことがない。くそ、嫌なことを思い出しちまっただろうが。
I'd be interested in hearing stories about his past. I wonder if he'd let some slip if I ask him about things over some alcohol.
なんだその目は。その話聞きたいですって言いたそうだな。
What? No, that's not...
先生な、コンペで昔の彼女に負けたことがあるんだよ。それが未だに納得いかないんだろ。
あ、お前何を勝手にバラしてんだ。
Thank you very much. Wow, so I can't imagine that at all.
だろ？あの時のあれよはすごかったぞ。その後に壮絶な大喧嘩が始まってな。事務所の備品が半分以上新品になったっけ。よく怪我人が出なかったもんだ。
That's too intense to be called a fight. That's more like a war.
昔の話だ。あの時はお互い酔ってたし、そもそもあいつの方から先にカップが飛んできたんだぞ。どう見ても俺のせいじゃない。
何言ってんですか。おかげで1週間くらいは仕事にならないし、毎日深夜近くまで焼け酒に付き合わされるし、一番大変だったの俺たちじゃないですか。
お前、次の査定で地獄を見たいらしいな。
そりゃ関係ないじゃないですか。仕事に市場を持ち込むのは卑怯ですよ。
日野、よく覚えとけ。余計な一言は心の内に秘めておく。これが上司と女に共通する社会の処世術だ。
先生、査定ダウンは勘弁してくださいよ。車のローンがあるんですから。
So my job is to be understanding of Touko's feelings. She's been putting so much effort into studying lately. I'm cheering Touko on, of course, and I want to support her as much as I can. But I just couldn't help but think that she might be forcing herself to do all this for my sake. Teacher said women are determined. I've seen parts of Touko that make me think that too, of course, but to be honest, I don't really know.
女ってのはな、好きな男のために意地も張るし無茶もする。そのあたりは男と一緒だ。女もバカなんだよ。
Yes.
違いがあるとすれば将来の見据え方か。意地の悪い言い方をすれば計算高いとも言うがな。
Touko's looking toward her future. She told me that she wanted to support me both in regards to my private life and my work as an architect.
トウコちゃんも男をよくわかってるな。そこまで真剣に考えてもらえるなんてそうそうないぞ。男冥利に尽きる話じゃないか。
いいなあ、俺んとこなんてもう財布握られてるんだぞ。まだ入籍するなんて話すらしてないのに。
それはお前がだらしないからだ。隙を見せるからそうなるんだ。
I'm the same way. Touko handles all of the household finances for us.
マジか。そうか、お前も苦労してるんだな。
He's sympathizing with me over something weird. I think I won't comment. I feel like the conversation would become kind of a pain if it continued any further. Anyway, what I can do now is support Touko. I've already decided to do that, so I've gotta give it my all. It's Friday, September 27th. She has her head in her hands, in front of her workbook. I've been seeing this less and less recently, but she's still got a ways to go before she'll be able to pass. Teaching Touko is a good opportunity for me to make sure I really know my stuff. And a lot of what interior design coordinators do is incorporated in what architects do too. Approaching things with a different perspective like this is interesting, and it makes for a good learning opportunity. I've been enjoying playing the part of Touko's tutor more than I had expected.
ねえ、ここ教えて。どの文章も合ってるような、間違ってるような気がして、わけわかんなくなっちゃった。
Let's see. Your response for H is wrong. Right here. If the structure is weak near the ground level, then you need to use a deep foundation to support it.
あ、そっか。建築関係の問題がネックだな。インテリア系は少しずつ分かってきたんだけど。
I can teach you that stuff, so I'll make sure you understand it, though a decent amount of it's just memorization.
材料の名前って難しいのが多いんだよ。語呂合わせなんかで覚えられないかな。
That's just how specialist knowledge goes. You need to take the effort to remember it now, or else you'll regret it later.
はーい。
She turns back toward her books. I should probably stay quiet if she's going to work on memorizing stuff. Oh, it's pretty late. I should start getting dinner ready. What do you want to eat today, Touko?
任せる。私他のことに頭使ってる余裕ないよ。
Haha, okay. I'll think about it while I'm getting groceries then.
ありがとう。今までと逆になっちゃったね。
Touko supported me before my exams. Now it's my turn to do the same for her. Don't worry about it. You've got it worse than I did, cause you started later.
頑張る。あ、デザートにプリン買ってきてね。甘いものがないと全然頭が働かないんだもん。
Yes, yes, I'm going then. Touko is focusing on studying even after dinner. Helping her study reminds me of back when we were in high school. It fills me with nostalgia. You used to get bored of studying right away back then. I remember I had to convince you with sweets and stuff.
突然なに？
I was just wondering what the you from back in high school would think if she saw you studying like that.
指さして笑ってるんじゃないかな。こんなに真面目に勉強するなんて生まれて初めてだし。
Yeah, it was hard getting you to study for university admission exams too. I wish you would have been even half as focused back then as you are now.
受かったんだからいいでしょ。結果良ければ全てよしだよ。
Shouldn't I be the one saying that?
細かいことは気にしない気にしない。こんなに頑張ってるんだからきっと試験も合格するって。
I do think she's doing really well. She's been putting in all the effort she can and she's really started to understand the subject matter. But she just started preparing too late. I've been studying in the same world and that's exactly why I can't be optimistic. It isn't a world that's easy enough to be able to pass an exam with nothing more than 3 months of studying.
ね、どう思う？私合格できるかな？
I don't know, I think it'll depend on the question you get on the exam. It might be a bit iffy if you get a lot of architecture-related questions.
ちょっと冷たいんじゃないの？こういう時は優しく大丈夫だよって言って励ましてくれるものでしょ？
I can't say anything irresponsible. I know your current level better than anyone since I've been teaching you.
試験まであと少しだし、山張って勉強した方がいいのかな。今から全部はカバーしきれないよね。
Not knowing things properly is only going to hurt you later on. If you're going to study, then you should make sure you learn it all one thing at a time.
先生厳しい。
It's Sunday, October 13th.
それじゃ行ってきます。
Yeah, good luck. I'm sure you'll do fine if you make good use of everything you've learned so far. It's the day of Touko's first Interior Design Coordinator qualification exam. We did everything we could to prepare her for this, given the limited time we had. If you get lost, then just stay calm and thoroughly reread the question. Watch out for trick questions, alright?
あれ？受験票持ったっけ？確かこの中に入れたはずだよね。
She seems really nervous. She probably won't be able to make full use of her studying like this. Here, I made you lunch. Take this with you.
ありがとう。筆記用具、参考書と問題集。あれ？間に挟まっちゃったのかな？
Can't have her like this before she even leaves the house. I remember what we did before I left for my exam. I need to do what I can for her. One more thing, Touko. A short, light brush of the lips. I can feel her lips trembling slightly against mine. It's a good luck charm. You did it for me too, right? Now it's my turn to do it for you.
これすっごい効果あるんだね。
Haha, it really saved me too. I guess doing things the same as usual isn't something to make light of. Our daily kisses are useful in times like these. Touko looks completely calmed down now, and the tensions left her shoulders too.
あだ受験票ありがとう。おかげで落ち着いて試験受けられそうだよ。よーし頑張ってくるね。
It's finally evening after a long day of waiting. It's almost time for Touko to come home. She sent me a message earlier telling me that her exam was done and that she was coming home. I asked her how she did, but she told me she'd tell me about it once she got home, so I've been waiting for her. I wonder how it went. I can't help but worry. I tried to take my mind off of it with housework, but I didn't get anything done. I am more anxious about this than I was for my own exams.
ただいま。疲れた。
Oh, you're back. Welcome home. How'd you do?
やれるだけはやったんだけどね。あ、マークシートは全部埋めたよ。
I'd hope so. It's the bare minimum for taking an exam in the first place. It isn't something to act so proud about. You didn't roll your pencil to guess your answers, right?
やってないよ。
Oh, you totally friggin' did! I told you so many times not to do that. I can't believe she was directly responsible for the clattering of a rolling pencil in a silent exam hall. I heard people do that a few times during my exams. It's actually really distracting.
だって考えてもわかんないなら運に任せるしかないでしょ。手元に鉛筆があって答案がマークシートなら遠慮なく転がせって言われてるようなものだよ。
You can leave it to luck, but you can't roll pencils. Did you make sure to bring the questions back with you?
うん、きちんと答えも控えてきてあるよ。
We'll check over your answers tomorrow. Let's just relax for today.
そうだね。お腹すいた。久しぶりにお料理しようかな。
It's fine, I'll do it. You're tired after your exam, right?
私にやらせて。やってくれるのも嬉しいんだけどさ、実はずっとお料理したくてうずうずしてたんだよね。
Huh?
涼介のためにお料理するの楽しいから。さーて材料は何が残ってたかな。
She walks over to the kitchen and immediately starts getting ready to cook. I watch her as I make a small wish. I hope you passed.